Joining us now from Odlum Brown is Wayne Chappell. Welcome, Wayne.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Wayne, we have in our Person of the Week a woman who has been divorced for a few years now, and she's dating again. What kinds of things does she need to consider to ensure that her assets are protected in case a new relationship doesn't work out?
Okay, well, first of all, it's a good idea to look at where she is now, for starters. If she's divorced, then there are some things that she should have done already. She should have checked with her lawyer to see if there's anything in her current will that needs to be changed, assuming she has one. She needs to think about things like if she has a power of attorney that she has given to an ex-spouse, if she has issues of beneficiaries on RSP accounts and things like that, they don't automatically change with divorce. So the fact that she's divorced, there's some things she should have done already in preparation for being independent again.
What does she need to do moving forward then?
Now she needs to think, and this is, there's really two issues. There's the technical issues, and then there's what I call the people common sense issues. And the common sense ones usually override the technical ones because they're the harder to deal with. Things like, if she's going to get remarried, she should revisit with the lawyer whether or not she should have a marriage contract or some kind of a prenuptial arrangement to try and buffer her assets right there. I think she needs to make some decisions about who she wants to have them. Does she want all the assets to go to her children if she dies, or does she want some provision for the new spouse? Does she want something in there? And so the legal end of that is, does she need a trust of some kind to protect those assets? But those are the legal side of it. The people side of it is, are you setting one family against another? And those are the horror stories that we hear about.
It's not easy, is it?
No, it's not. Communication is the number one trick. And it's whether it's this situation of somebody who's considering remarriage or whether it's an existing family situation, communication with the people that are going to end up with the assets is always the key to the game. Because if you can't talk to them while you're alive, who's going to talk to them when you're not? And I think those are the issues that you're trying to protect against.
But we know that not everyone is capable of being straightforward, especially when it comes to loved ones and different agendas. I imagine it's incredibly tricky, and this, I would think, is where you really want to have outside support and guidance, expertise.
Well, we have a piece of legislation in this province that allows children and spouses to challenge a will, for example, if you know that there's going to be a challenge. And there are some situations where it's pretty obvious that there's going to be a challenge. If you know that, there are things you can and should do legally to try and do an end run around what the law provides.
North of 49, a guide to the rest of your life.